In this video, we're going to be using Noble Otter, Northern Elixir, and Hussein's Blade. Stay tuned. Hey there, folks, and welcome back for another video. And if it's your first time here, welcome aboard. I hope you'll consider subscribing below. Okay, today, I'm going to be using Northern Elixir by Noble Otter. Look at that label. It's got some gold in that. It's kind of bright. You probably can't see it on the camera. And the label doesn't overlap there. Noble Otter has fantastic labels. I know some people don't care. Fantastic labels. The scent on this, to me, mostly I get peppermint, but they're supposed to be, let's see, what is there? Eucalyptus, lavender, peppermint, cedar. I'll put the scent notes for you right there. For me, it's peppermint and eucalyptus mostly. It's not my favorite sort of scent, but it's okay. On the scent, I would just call it okay. It comes to you for $16 for 4 ounces, and that is a fair price on our chart at $4 an ounce. Very good quality soap, Noble Otter. I've used several of these, and in quality, very good. We'll talk about the ingredients once we start lathering. Okay, let's talk about this blade, because this is actually a pretty awesome blade. This was sent to me by Redbeard, Wesley Allen, the original shaving Redbeard. I know there's Redbeard shaves, Josh, but I'm talking about Redbeard from 6 years ago. Wesley Allen. And what makes this razor cool is it is a Mike Martinez, custom. But the scales, these scales were made from the door to Saddam Hussein's office, from his palace. And so here's a picture of the unit there. And under the right hand that's holding the sword, you'll see a big white building way off in the back. These scales were made from a rosewood door to Saddam Hussein's office, who was the former dictator of Iraq. So very, very cool scales. Custom razor. Wesley said he wanted it simple. He didn't really want a bunch of, bells and whistles. And so we will use this today. Thank you very much, Redbeard, Wesley Allen, for allowing me to use this piece of history. So Saddam Hussein literally touched this wood. So I'm using Saddam's wood. That doesn't sound too good, does it? Anyway, let's get on with it. Let's get our Glen Helly mister out. By the way, if you're not in the Lathering Blade Facebook group, let me show you some pictures from the lather battle that occurred between myself and Junior, the dude of shaving, yesterday. Yes, I had to deliver a spanking. Let me put on some pre-shave while I'm talking to you. This is the PAA Cube. While you're looking at those pictures, we had a wonderful time competing on a Facebook Live lather battle. And when he told me about it, I was like, look, I'm not interested in doing this if it's, something that's been done many times before. And he said, no, it's been done in another group, but I had the idea. So it was his idea. And so I was like, okay, I'm on board. I'll go. And he had been winning the previous battles, and I had to give him a good firm spanking, as us old wily veterans are apt to do. Anyway, if you're not in the Lathering Blade Facebook group, it is a lot of fun. I'll link it below. Come on in and join us and have some fun. That's what it's all about, really, having fun. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as time goes on. Okay, let's get into lathering. The brush today, West Coast Shaving Two-Tone. I think these are for sale. Again, I think they're back in stock. West Coast. I'll give you a link below. And let's get lathering. So the ingredients on this soap, quite good. There are some things that I love, like mango butter, kokum butter, lanolin, aloe, and many, many others. So this is a soap that I would consider having the old special ingredients like the dragon tallow, unicorn milk, super blue emu, chupacabra oil. High quality soap, without question. Very, very good in quality. The scent has been the issue for me with Noble Otter. I like the their barbershop scent, but the rest I just haven't loved. And so I'm hoping they'll put out like a citrusy scent or a clone-y type scent, because I've tried several. I got a chunk of soap right there, it looks like. We'll put that back and utilize it later, perhaps. Anyway, I just haven't been in love with the scents except Barber, which is a very, very nice barbershop. I do love the quality. I've tried 2 of the full tubs and then 2 other samples, and the scents just have not been for me. So I do love their price. It is very fair for the quality of the soap you get. Their labels are exceptional. They're just really, really good, refined, well done. And their ingredients are quite good. So you can buy from, on the basis of making a purchase and worrying about, quality, you can buy from Noble Otter with confidence. They do a great job. Okay, let's try the Dictator's razor here, or Hussein's blade, as Wesley Allen calls it. And we will see if it is kind to us today. All right, very nice. He told me hone it, strop it, whatever. I'm not going to hone it because this is a custom razor. And so I do not want to have my novice hands honing, this razor, because this razor obviously means a lot to Wesley. I think he mentioned that he had this razor made and there was a fundraiser for Christopher Peace's son, who still is, the Shaving Ginger. He just doesn't make videos currently. I hope we can coax him into coming back. That would be pretty awesome. Anyway, they both had razors made at the same time. And what a wonderful, piece of history here. And so I'm very thankful that Wesley allowed me to use it. The razor is a little bit tuggy. It's probably, I don't know how many times it's been used. But it's not so much that I wouldn't use it, This Noble Otter Northern Elixir does have menthol, so you're getting that cooling. And I think sometimes peppermint, you can get cooling from it too, or at least that's what I think. Anyway, it is a nice cooling soap. So if you're looking for a soap that sort of reminds you of winter in the summer, you can give this one a shot. One of the problems with Noble Otter is a lot of times they're just simply not in stock. So I bought this week or so ago, and I looked before this video, and they're not in stock at the Razor Company or West Coast Shaving. You might check Maggard or maybe Noble Otter's website. That's the downside sometimes to using these, because I like to use soaps, that you guys can try yourselves and see what your thoughts are. But sadly, this one, not in stock at the places I mentioned. Maybe you can check Maggard and see. I had actually ordered another Noble Otter. It was some sort of vanilla from a place called some sort of Golden Trout, because it looked like it was in stock, and then they emailed me back and said it's not in stock and it doesn't look like we're getting any. So that's the one thing I don't like about Noble Otter. I love the soap. I love the labels. I'm really looking for a scent that really wows me. I love the barbershop scent, but I'm looking for another one. But a lot of the ones I think I would like are not being made or in stock. And so that's kind of a bummer, because the purpose of my channel is not to show you things that you cannot acquire. I mean, that's going to happen when I use stuff that's not made anymore and things like that. But primarily, I want to show you stuff that maybe you consider, or something that you're considering for purchase, and using razors that are not, using soaps that are not available doesn't do you a whole lot of good. And so typically I don't like to do that, but we just bought this and I didn't expect it to be out of stock already, but it is. So hopefully there'll be more. Again, for you fans of, cooler soaps, menthol, this will remind you of, let's say, Perazzo Green. Only it's got some additional scent notes. You can get the cedar a little bit, but primarily for me, I get peppermint and eucalyptus. I was hoping it would be more lavender, because I do like lavender. But this one is mostly peppermint and eucalyptus to my nose. Now, you may get it and detect all sorts of other notes, but for me, that's what I got. All right. Very good quality, no question. There's a lot to like about Noble Otter. Again, the things I don't like, oftentimes low supply. And some of the ones that, I'm really interested in are no longer available. And so, that's the way it goes. All right, let's go. Wipe this down a little bit. That was an enjoyable first pass. So, yeah, that lather battle was a lot of fun. It's always fun to spank a noob, and sometimes they just have to be shown the way. So, join the group if you want to see that. It was a terrific time and people enjoyed it. And that's always the objective, is just for people to enjoy. Or at least that's my objective when I'm doing things like that. Let's use our Dr. Matte cloth here. Sorry if you hear the stomach growling. This blade to me feels a little bit longer, the actual cutting edge, than what I'm used to. I don't know how long it is, but it feels a little longer. So I have to be careful with it around my edge because I'm used to blades that are a little bit shorter. See, that baby is pretty long, and so it's a very nice razor though. And I can understand why Wesley wouldn't want it all jazzed up. You don't always need everything to have all that fancy file work and so on and so forth. Not always required. Just a nice razor. So thank you very much, your Redbeard. I really appreciate it. All right. Very nice. Nice, very nice indeed. Like I said, slightly tuggy. I don't know how many times Wesley has used this. But not so much so that I wouldn't use it. And so it's one of those things happy to use. Anyway, back to Junior. I found Junior to be a nice guy. I know some people were put off by some of his earlier videos, but as I've gotten to know him, really nice guy, loyal guy. And I saw that when one of his friends was kind of thrown under the bus and he stood for him. And I thought, okay, this young man, I say that because he's younger than I am. He's a guy I can be friends with, and so we are. And I know that, like I said, you might use the F word and be a little wild in some of his videos, but there's a good person in there. And that's really what I care about, is if you're a good person and you're true to your word and you stand when you need to. And he has those qualities. So Junior, it's a pleasure to know you, my friend. And right now he's waiting. He just had a test to see if he has the Rona, because someone in his workplace was positive. And so we're hoping Junior doesn't have the Rona. And I'm sure he doesn't, and he will be just fine. But anyway, join the group. Check out that lather battle. I had a lot of fun. We take the hobby seriously, but you don't always have to be serious. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's like the video I made yesterday where I said, hey, if your art isn't acting in bad faith and you're doing mean-spirited things, we're going to call you out. We're going to talk about it. But at the same time, you can also have a little fun. And we certainly had fun with that yesterday. So also I want to mention, if you haven't seen it, the Sterling interview that I have, which I will link below, people are just loving that. And I love doing it. Like, honestly, I got to buy some more Sterling. It's just, you can't help but to feel good about people like that. And, I have a Leaf coming up soon for you. We'll be doing that interview soon. And I think a lot of people are interested in hearing from Leaf. And so at least I hope you will. Also, we have the John Shave Shop interview. So if you're interested in learning a little bit about straight razors, go check that one out. And there are your announcements. Oh, the last one would be, If you're interested in hearing myself, John, and Gerald just talk about shaving, boy, this is getting cold now on the third pass. Go check out, I did Lather Hogs podcast, and I'll link the video for you below. So thank you so much for all your support. I really appreciate it, and I know those of you who are here at 15 minutes or whatever it is, you're the real deal, so thank you very much. Okay, let's get our final pass in here with the Hussein razor, as Wesley Allen calls it. Very nice. Again, this blade's a little longer than what I'm accustomed to, so I'm having to be a little bit careful with it. But it's doing its job, and it's a pleasure to use it. Again, this is a Mike Martinez custom. I don't know Mike Martinez personally, so I don't know if he's still doing custom razors or anything like that either. But I thought I would mention it because that's where Wesley had it made. Super cool history here. And these sort of razors are very attractive to me, far more than a blingy custom. And the blingy customs are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Don't misunderstand me. I just mean I have a lot more sentimental value for razors like this that are in some way connected to history, or old vintage razors that you know were used during the time of the Civil War, or, you know, something like that. They appeal to me more on that basis. That, to me, gives a razor more value than any bling ever can, or fancy foul work. But keep in mind that not everyone feels that way. And a lot of people really appreciate the craftsmanship of very shiny, blingy razors. And I do too. Every time I see one, I think that's an amazing razor. But it doesn't motivate me to want to purchase one, just because I'm not attracted to that. You know, maybe I'm too old. I don't know. Maybe I like old things or historical things because I'm getting older, you know. But this one is a nice razor. Look how long that blade is. I didn't measure it, but it's pretty long relative to the actual cutting edge is quite long. And we have gotten a good shave today, I believe, with Hussein's rather, not Hussein's. Let's try not to mess it up here at the end by getting my ear there. But we've done pretty doggone good. I think I'm going to keep going until I tempt fate and cause a weeper or creeper. Anyway, terrific shave today with this awesome razor. Thank you, Wesley. OG Redbeard, Wesley Allen. We'll link his channel below. All right. Oh, we did great. We will make sure we dry this blade off. So while I'm drying the blade, stay tuned. We'll come back with a post. All right. We're back with our Lancaster towel moisture magnet. There is our Lancaster logo. We did off cam use the PAA Allen block. It's still holding up very, very nice with the dry dock, which allows it to breathe. Pretty cool. Let's roll with our Thayer's Magic, because it's made by witches. And so when it comes to Noble Otter, this one, Northern Elixir. If you like peppermint and eucalyptus, you'll probably like it. If you don't and you're opposed to that scent, you probably won't. So think along the lines of Parazzo Green-ish eucalyptus. Terrific label, terrific quality. The scent is just so-so for me. It's okay. Nothing to write home about. The Hussein's blade from Wesley Allen Redbeard, made by Mike Martinez. Absolutely terrific piece of history. Thank you so much, Wesley, for allowing me to use that. Let's set that very gently on the counter. And we shall finish off today with New School Old Spice, which is nowhere near as good as the old Chilton Old Spice. That's just not us old timers making it up. That's just legit. This doesn't have nearly the punch and that spice kick. It's the way I would describe it is a watered down Old Spice, but I still have it, and so I use it. Old Spice, closing it out strong today. I want to thank everyone for watching, reminding you tonight, 8 p.m., Lather and Blade Facebook group, Pope and Stallion. Be there or be nowhere. Thanks so much for watching. I have been your host, CDB, reminding you, short shave, do it your way, and of course, God bless.